Well, comedian Sam Morril is coming to the Appell Center on September 16th for his new show, Class Act.
Fox 43's Tyler Hatfield sat down with Sam to learn more about his career in comedy and what people can expect the night of a show.
I always find it fascinating how comedians kind of start developing their voice. And I always hear sometimes they find their comedy chops at their family dinner table. I just want to know, were your parents funny? Were your siblings funny? Your friends funny where you grew up?
I don't know if they were like, they're funny in a dry way, not funny in like a loud way. So yeah, I was definitely the loudest of my family. They'd be like, please stop it. But that's like kind of how I, found my way is, trying to get them to break, because they were hard laughs, I think. So that'll make you want it, So, you find your voice at the dinner table, and a lot of jokes, they don't land sometimes, but that's what comedy should be, is like breaking tension. And if there's we were a blended family, so sometimes there's discomfort, and you kind of try a way to break that tension, and that laugh means more,
What was it like for you, trying to go to those open mics in the city? And I know you were on the road a little bit. You went to Atlanta, and that's where you said you did a couple competitions in Atlanta, and that's kind of where you felt legitimized. That's where you kind of felt that's where stuff was picking up.
Dude, you did your homework with this interview. You're going to go far. This is good stuff. I can't tell you how often I go on a show and they're just like, so you do comedy? And I'm like, did you even look up you don't know who I am at all? Yeah, Atlanta was big for me because it was a festival. All those festivals, were brutal. I called it 8 Mile for Jews. That's what I called it. And those were not fun. I hated the head-to-head with comedians. You're just doing your material while the other comedian is sitting there.
When did you know this is what you wanted to do?
I thought I was going to be more of like a comic actor type, but then I really just became obsessed with stand-up. And I'll be honest, like the idea of having to get picked, really, I guess there's some level of that in comedy too, but I felt more in control with stand-up, where it seemed like a more realistic, it's crazy to say that, but it seemed like a more realistic pursuit.
Your special on Netflix, Same Time Tomorrow. You wanted to call it a different name. You mentioned this in your special. You wanted to call it, or you said it should have been called 9/11 Abortion Holocaust. You cover everything. How does it feel as a comedian to kind of have the crowd as well go along with you to that line?
I think people want to share, I think it's, I think they know I'm not going to be cheap with it. Of course I'm going to miss sometimes, but I think they know that if they share, it's safe to share. They know they're going to get made fun of, but it's not going to be made fun of in a way that makes them feel bad. It's almost like, I think you've heard that expression, the truth will set you free. Well, I think they say something that they've maybe never told people or only told their closest friends, and they see how a crowd reacts, and I'm not going to bully them. I'm going to make it funny.
And for Class Act, what can people expect with this next show?
New hour, new 9/11 abortion Holocaust material. Just got to hit all the basics, and I think it's getting good. I mean, it's getting to a point where I'm pretty happy to be touring with this. At first, you're kind of figuring it out and tinkering, but yeah, I think it's getting pretty tight, and I'm really dreading having to write a new one.
Yeah, I need to check it out. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. This is awesome. I can't wait to see your show, September 16th.
You're great, dude. Thank you.
Can't wait.
Great questions.
Thank you.
All right,
bye.
Thank you, man.
All right, fun stuff there. Remember the show, September 16th. It is 7 o'clock at the Appell Center in York. We have a lot more information if you want tickets, showtimes, all that stuff. It's all on Fox 43.
I mean, I really want to go to a show in person, because like you hear like all the work that goes into it. You think they just get up there and tell jokes, but they put in so much work ahead of time, and they're always crafting the materials. And I'm just sure seeing it live, it's even funnier than watching it on.
I've been watching, everybody has Netflix specials and stuff now. I've been watching a ton of those, but yeah, it's fun to go see them for a night out too.
There you go.